Hey guys, I'm 13 here, and I just made a really long-winded explanation on tire pressures. Hello. If I was riding my Hello Kitty scooter, I could have got laid just then. Anyways. Yeah, tire pressures. I just made a video on it, and it was way too long, and there was no jokes, and I was over-explaining. So let's try to sum it up, and that'll just be the one that I upload, and the other one will go in the garbage. I went to the racetrack a couple of months back, and it was really hot, extremely hot that day, and a lot of the racers were crashing due to the extra heat. It was causing when the tire gets too hot. Tires are supposed to be hot, but when they get too hot, they get liquidy, and they start to lose their grip, and they just kind of slide along. Yeah, the rubber becomes liquidy, kind of, and they lose their traction. So I asked a couple of the racers how they adjusted their tires to compensate for the hot day. And two of the racers told me the exact same thing. I asked two of them, and they both answered the same. They said, put more... Actually, one was a racer, and one was like the manager of the racetrack. The racer said he puts more air in the tire because... Oh, no, sorry, less air. He puts less air in the tire because hot weather makes air expand, so the air expands more, so you put less air in, so that way you still end up at the optimal pressure for your tire. And I asked the manager of the track, he said the same thing. Hot weather makes everything hot. Hot air expands, so you put less air in the tire. The race, a racer, not just a racer, the quickest racer on the track, he's a friend of mine, and the manager of the racetrack both said the same thing to me. And they're both wrong. And I know this, and it's kind of funny. It's funny that me, who's, I'm not a racer. I sometimes practice on the racetrack, but... Okay, the way it works, and I'm going to try to sum this up real quickly. Okay, let's take an example. Let's say say you put 26 psi, 26 pounds per square inch of air pressure into your tires when they're cold. You always do it when tires are cold, right? That's when you check your tires. So that's your optimal temperature, 26, in this example. Once you start riding and the tires heat up, it's not going to stay 26. The tires heat up, and it's going to expand. So maybe when the tires are hot, you're running at like 30. So the 26, the 20. You start off with cold tire. You got 26. Tires heat up, air expands, the pressure increases. You end up with 30. On a hot day, that's what we start off with. On a hot day, it makes sense to think that the hot weather is going to cause it to expand even more. You don't want more. You want the optimal 30, so you put less air in the tire. Maybe you put 24 psi into the tire, and then it heats up extra, and you still end up with the 30. That's incorrect. The less air you put in a tire, the more the tire heats up due to friction and bending and whatever else. So, and you know this to be true because what happens if you drive around on like a underinflated tire? It wears out quicker. Why does it wear out quicker? Because it overheats. That's one of the main reasons. Because the tire that's underinflated will, due to extra friction or whatever, and like the less solidity of the tire that's rubbing against the ground, it heats up a lot quicker, and then it overheats. So the point is, the less air you put in a tire, the more the tire heats itself up. So if on a hot day you put less air in your tire, you're actually creating more heat, not less. So these guys at the racetrack were actually, on a hot day, trying to compensate by making their tires even hotter. And it's funny because the guy, like the fastest guy on the racetrack, the guy that I was asking about how he compensated, and he told me he put less air in, crashed. I asked him after he crashed, and he said, "Oh, I crashed because of the hot weather." And I'm like, "Well, how did you try to compensate?" And I put less air in, and I didn't say anything because guys at the racetrack, often their egos are pretty big, and if you're not a racer and you're trying to tell them that they're doing something wrong, like, good luck to you. But nonetheless, this is how it works. So you know, so the point is that the outside temperature affects your tire's heat to a small degree. The amount of air you put in your tire affects your temperature's heat to a large degree. Yeah. So on a really hot day, you would actually, the hotness is going to heat up your tire a bit. So you would actually nonetheless, you would put more air in your tire to cool it, to make the tire cool itself down, to create less friction or whatever it is that causes the tire to heat up. And on a cold day, you would actually, like if you're riding in fall or autumn or whatnot, it's really cold out, you actually put less air in your tire, which causes the tire to heat itself up more to combat the outside cold. Yeah, so that was a good summarization. And since it was so short, I'm gonna get a little bit more technical. No, I won't. I'll leave that to you guys. You guys often get into the math and the comments and whatnot. But yeah, that's how it works. If you're riding aggressively on a really hot day, you should put a little bit more air in your tires than you normally would. Maybe just 1 psi, maybe 2. And on a cold day, you should put less. What are we gonna put in the fridge?
Yes.
For what?
Jelly.
Okay.
It's a fruit.
You a good boy?
Yes.
Where are we going now? We go where?
7.
7?
Yes.
7-Eleven?
Yes.
No, we're gonna go to the OK. It's another store. It's like 7.
7.
Okay.
7是什么？
It's a store.
这是什么？
That's a big truck. Truck,
去
right?
看看。
You wanna go look at the truck?
Yes.
Ciao, man. There you go. I don't know. Maybe the truck gives something to the store.
这是买东西。
Yeah, he
打
sells
开
them. We can hit him. Oh, motorcycle. This is what it looks like from my eyes, because I'm this tall.
把去坏了。
Who's a bad man?
这里。
Oh, they're bad men up there?
对。
You want me to kill them?
啊，
Okay.
去跳了。
You should go kill them.